Hi, welcome back to Golf TV Pro Shop, and it's great to have you with us because I'm sure there's not, well actually I'm practically sure that there's not one of you who hasn't been playing golf at some time and had a particular problem with a crick in the neck or maybe a pulled back muscle or something that isn't quite right about your body that's affected your game. You don't know how, you don't know why, and worst of all, you don't know what to do about it. Well, we've got an expert with us today, Kirsten Lord. You've been a physiotherapist for how long?
I've been a physio for 15 years, but I've been working in Edinburgh for the last 13 and running my own practice. And we have about a third of our patients are golfers of one sort or another. So we've actually had a lot of experience with golfers in the clinic.
So what Kirsten has got for us and for you out there is something that can help us with our golf game and with our bodies. It's a dual purpose. It's to improve our golf game by getting our bodies fitter and better.
That's right.
That's essentially it, isn't it?
That's absolutely
So
it.
how did you find the golfing problems coming out in physiotherapy?
Well, a lot of people came into the clinic with lower back pain, neck pain, shoulder pain, all sorts of things. And my colleagues and I actually found that it was quite surprising. They were coming back and saying not only were they getting better and staying better with treatment, but they were actually coming back and saying my power's improved, my slicing's reduced. And when you start hearing comments like that, you really need to find out what it's all about. So we decided to do a bit of a study on it, and that was 6 years ago. And we've now developed something that has incorporated other experts, like golf coaches on the European circuit, a world-renowned researcher and lecturer in muscle balance theory, and we've come up with something that's pretty unique.
Because really, I mean, it's like, I suppose, watching a machine. You know what the forces are on the muscles in any particular direction. You know what happens when the ball is released and when the club goes through, and you can see the sort of tensions that it puts on the body.
Well, when you actually look at the lower back area, when you swing a club, it takes up to 8 times your own body weight just in the lower back joints and discs. So when you start looking at those kind of forces, you can actually understand why people, get lower back pain playing golf.
Can I just let you into a secret? I had your DVD, which is what Kirsten has produced for us, and I've actually already passed it on to a friend of mine who had huge problems with his lower back. He's got huge problems, and I thought, this is perfect. Because I watched the DVD, and it's great, and already, you start to think, good grief, I do that. That's what I need to do. There's so many great tips on it. We're talking about a DVD or a VHS system. The DVD is £19.95. The VHS is £14.95. I particularly, for my own purposes, recommend the DVD because you can go backwards and forwards and really highlight your specific problem and how to cope with it. I loved it. But you take it right on a golf course. It's not in some, physiotherapy sort of consulting room.
No.
You don't have to be on a couch. You don't have to be in a hospital.
You actually have to make it so simple. Because these kind of things, if you give something to a golfer that is more complex than something that they'd normally do, they just won't do it.
Hey, you're saying hey, what are you saying about golfers?
I'm saying that I know.
You're saying about golfers here?
No, I know the golfing mindset. So our entire program is on this DVD. But what you need to do is go and look at what is relevant to you. And there aren't that many exercise programs that just say, do the exercises that are relevant to you. Don't do all of them. Now
I'm great for accepting exactly what you've said about injuries and how to make sure that your body is in the right mood, as it were, to play golf and getting ready for it. But you've also come up with some theories about sort of if you're slicing, then you need to do this exercise. If you're hooking, you need to do this exercise. How did that come about?
Oh, my goodness.
Well,
it was because of our researcher. I mean, he's an internationally renowned chap. He's spent the last 15 years researching muscle balance. And what we've done is we've looked at the bits of your body that need to be flexible so that you can actually achieve a good swing path. because you'll just compensate to billy-o. If you actually have certain parts of your body that are stiff, you have to get to the end of your range if you swing. You have to be able to follow through, and if those bits that you need to use aren't loose enough to do that, you'll get the movement somewhere else, and that's where you start getting injuries.
Now, the other great thing about this DVD or VHS, whichever you want, but the great thing about it is you come out right, almost from the word go with something that I learnt back in drama school. Now, in drama school, we used to learn all sorts of techniques about how to take strain on a particular muscle that can take a lot of strain, and then for you don't get any sort of strain in the throat. It's very important for an actor to be in all sorts of different positions and have no strain on the throat. And you're going to tell us?
Well, it's all about this core stability and this control that comes from the central part.
Yep.
So I'm going to show you the buttock squeeze.
Oh, oh, you said it. You said the buttock squeeze. That's just what we want to know. Right,
okay. Good thing about the buttock squeeze is it takes the stress out of your lower back, it increases your power and reduces your chances of slicing the ball. And most people think they actually know how to squeeze their buttocks, but a heck of a lot of people don't actually do it properly. So I want you to put your... This is so that you can see and feel that your buttocks are actually working.
Right. I'm not quite sure whether the camera should see this. Can I just position you there so they don't see me?
Oh, I'm sorry. You're going to just have to turn around. Okay. Thumbs on butts.
Right.
Okay, both sides. Right. Do you mind if I...
Please do.
Okay. Now, I want you to think of squeezing your buttock cheeks together. Oh, feeling a bit on the right side, not as much on the left. Oh. You see, that's the thing. A lot of people are uneven.
I'm lopsided.
Oh, yeah.
I found out I'm lopsided.
Heaps of people are uneven when they do this. You're often much, much better on one side, and you squeeze and squeeze, and you think that you're actually doing the right thing. But you actually have to really concentrate and make sure you're doing it on both sides.
Now, of course, this is really the gladiator of your body, isn't it? Because this is your gluteus maximus.
It's your gluteus maximus and your medius and a couple of other muscles as well.
Right. And they're the biggest muscles, aren't they, on your body?
They're the muscles that are going to give you the power.
Yeah.
And control as well, because if these guys aren't working, you'll end up moving too far into rotation from the pelvis.
Hey, listen, who would have thought that in all my 42 years, who's laughing, all my 42 years, I'd end up in front of the cameras holding my buttocks. But hey,
you're a lucky man.
Someone's got to do it. Someone's got to do it. I tell you what, we've got someone on the phone right now who's actually been using the techniques that are on the video. I believe it's Richard. Hi, Richard.
Oh, hello, my name is Richard Nielsen from Edinburgh, Scotland.
Excellent, Richard. Now, you've been working with Kirsten, is that right?
That's correct.
What was the problem? Why did you go to Kirsten in the first place?
Well, I didn't go because I had a problem. At least I didn't think I had a problem. I got a present of the video from my wife for Christmas, and I was so impressed with it that I wrote to Kirsten and said how much I'd enjoyed it.
Fabulous. What did it make a difference to your game? How did it change your game?
Let me explain. I've been playing golf for many years, and I've seen quite a number of instructional videos and read books on golf, and most of them explain how to execute the golf swing from a technical point of view. But this is the first one I had seen which explains how to tune the muscles to perform the task.
That's the difficult bit, isn't it, Richard? People tell you to get the plane right and everything, but you don't know how to tell your muscles how to do that.
That's right. Most of us are trying to do things that our muscles are not capable of doing. But this video certainly shows how to exercise and get the muscles capable of doing this.
So what did that do to your game, Richard? How did you find it made a difference?
I can say that, I suddenly